This image of an American president, that's why I've been saying somebody so weak and frail and such a cognitive mess. America deserves better. We don't leave our fellow citizens, our fellow Americans behind. We rescue our fellow Americans trapped behind enemy lines. We respond to terror attacks with overwhelming force. We have the greatest military on the face of the earth. We strike fear into the hearts of all of our enemies and instill confidence in all of our allies. But under Biden, none of that has happened and clearly will happen. Made that clear yesterday. The one thing that was clear: no more military presence. We're getting out. We're sticking to the timetable. And yeah, there'll be Americans left behind in all likelihood. Now we're suffering the consequences of his real weaknesses in real time. Mark my words, with so many trapped, this could all get so much worse before it gets better. And I pray that I am wrong. Our first guest tonight, it comes from the U.S. from northern Afghanistan. His boss, the so-called president of Afghanistan, reportedly fled the country many weeks ago with 4 cars and a helicopter full of millions and millions of dollars of cash. But my next guest is the vice president of Afghanistan, still in the country, leading the resistance against the Taliban. And tonight he is pledging to help any Americans that will be left behind. Amrullah Saleh is with us right now. You're in the northern part of Afghanistan. I understand you have a very strong resistance that is growing by the day. I have reports on the ground that I've confirmed that you are leading the country. You're the de facto resistance leader of the country in your rightful place, considering your president left. And my question is, what would you need to ensure the safety of our Afghan allies, innocent Afghan citizens, and Americans that will be left behind? Because I want my fellow Americans brought home safely.
Well, we need 2-3 things to be done, and these are doable things, and it will save the lives of Americans, and it will most likely save the lives of millions of Afghans. Number one, Pakistanis, Taliban and al-Qaeda are celebrating the defeat of United States. It is a must for Joe Biden administration to take Pakistani state accountable. All the Taliban leaders who are in Kabul, including Haqqanis, they came from Pakistan. That is number one. Number two, they should make it very clear to the Taliban, now who are in control of Kabul, that if one more attack is carried out, it will be Taliban responsible for it. Because few days back, we warned the Americans that the only way for Taliban to gain control of the Kabul airport is to stage suicide attacks or attacks and then blame it on the ISIS. Otherwise, this fiasco is not going to end soon. So for Taliban to say it is not us, Taliban or the creator of the suicide bombing thing in Afghanistan over the past 20 years, they cannot become innocent overnight. Number three, United States must use its power of convening and power of bringing nations together to create an alliance for peace as it had created an alliance for war against terrorism. And they should not abandon Afghanistan. There is a lot United States can do. Today, the Afghans, your foes and your rivals and everybody watching, the superpowers seeming so weak, that should be averted. These are doable things. We are not asking you to re-escalate, come back militarily. We are asking United States to project confidence, hope, power, not weakness, not desperation, not being seen as a superpower on run and unable to do anything. You know, if United States is seen as defeated, this is a disaster.
You need to understand something. The United States under this president, not the last president, under this president, has no appetite to provide any assistance at this point Yesterday at the press conference, Joe Biden was very clear. He has no appetite to send troops in, even to save Americans, and even the prospect of leaving Americans behind. I can tell you that the vast, overwhelming, massive majority of Americans find that repulsive, sir. But with that said, I don't control the president. I don't control Congress. We're going to bring in a senator and a congressman in a minute. My question to you is, specifically, can you tell us how many fighters you have, what kind of equipment you have? What are the things that America might be able to offer you militarily so that you can accomplish your mission of defeating the Taliban, ISIS-K, the emergence of al-Qaeda, and help Americans in the process that might be left behind get home?
Well, first of all, if any American tries to take refuge in the safe haven that we have created, we will welcome them with open arms. We will provide them protection, and we will make sure that they are safe, and we will coordinate whatever way possible with you so that these Americans will be evacuated. So Pine Share Valley today is not only a valley, it is the center, it is the safe haven, and it is the capital for all those who fear their lives, who are fearing Taliban terrorists, and who are trying to get to somewhere to feel safe. So with that said, what is our strength? The biggest strength we have is our political will, which unfortunately isn't there in Washington. United States is capable of doing everything. But the decision which was taken to withdraw troops from Afghanistan so abruptly was a political decision. It has hurt the feelings of so many American service members, the intelligence community, the strategic community. Look, I understand Washington was fatigued by paying few $billion and retaining 2,000 troops in Afghanistan. What you are seeing now, America is paying with its dignity, with its reputation, and with its credibility. America must show will and power, and it should project hope and confidence.